Namaste Krishna Rao garu, welcome to IYR Talks English edition. Of late we have seen one little controversy or a statement made by the Cabinet Minister, Mr. Piyush Goel, that Amazon is undercutting the competition and trying to do its investments for its betterment and not for a real business proposition. So invariably, because of its business at higher levels, wholesale, this one, then there is a non-existence of small people in the small players in this distribution and all that. In fact, they say that the government really wants to do this because one area is the medical shops where the medicines are supplied at a much cheaper prices as compared to the retailers. One way good for the retailers, one way good for the consumers and patients, but it is undercutting into every business area where it is operating, and of course it's also providing some indirect employment to most of the youth while making deliveries and all that. What do you think could be the strategy of government in trying to bring a uniform policy of trying to keep the existing businesses alive and also allow these people, multinationals, to make a foray into India?
It's an important ideological plank for the BJP and the RSS, protecting the small kirana shops, small business, because that's the backbone of the country's business. Their point is these massive big companies will displace all these small people, and in the process lot of self-employment will go, and it's not good for a country which is labor intensive. So this is a broad concept based on which only they have not allowed multi-commodity multinationals into Indian business, something like Walmart and others. They cannot do a consumer level business in India. Of course, single brand ones they have been allowed. So some major ideological issues are involved there. Then coming to the Amazon, it cuts both ways. In fact, Amazon, to the extent we understand it, it's not producing something. It's not producing something to sell. It's providing a platform for a number of small vendors to come and put their products there, and small sellers to come and buy it. And it's massive and efficient in number of ways: quality check, possibility of refund, prompt delivery, better packaging. So a lot of good things have come with it. There's no doubt about it. In a country like India, where the whole market is highly fragmented, small, not having scales, suddenly you have a platform which is universal. Anybody can access it. You can buy a 20 rupees thing to a lakh of rupees thing. So that's the amount of range that the platform gives. So to that extent, yes, it has also done a lot of good for the Indian business. There is no doubt about that, and has enhanced the consumer satisfaction levels. So this one aspect. But at the same time, one has to be very, very careful with these multinational companies, because they will have a long-term business strategy of undercutting the local small players, and once they are eliminated, hiking their profits. It's in that context he has mentioned. Why are they pumping in so much of a money, and all of that money they say is towards legal charges and all that? So are they fighting a lot of legal battles locally by undercutting the people? That's a point which needs to be investigated. Definitely it needs to be investigated, and you have to keep an eye on them, because they are not here with any great motive except making profits. Fine. I mean, any business is there to make profits, so let them also make their profits. But that should be based on some clear cut, well defined norms which are equal to everyone. So they cannot indulge in unfair trade practices. That's what exactly Piyush Goel was mentioning, possibility of unfair trade practices being indulged in by these big companies. So on that one has to be very careful and need a thorough scrutiny and supervision. There's no doubt it. But at the same time, these are platforms which have done a lot of good for the common consumer and small producers. So just like that, you can't brandish them and ask them to get away. So I think that balance I am sure the government will take about this.
Let's hope something good is going to happen to the end consumer and also for the small players in the business and trade.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.